Now you guys are probably touching around 100 crores a year.
You see, we have done some 15-16 lakh units in one BBD itself.
16 lakh units.
Yeah, that is where we won the BMW, right?
Yeah, correct. So you were linked to textile industry from your early childhood days.
When I thought of coming into entrepreneurship from, I thought why not do the same but in a branded format but for the casual wear. So that got picked up like anything.
Okay.
Right. At least for next 3 years we might have sold more than 10-15 lakhs of that.
10-15 lakhs in one design. They still run on the same software?
Yeah. We run on our own software only. For the next 5 years we want to make the brand 400 to 500 CR in a sustainable way.
A software engineer saw the e-commerce boom in London, came back, packed his first order with his own hands and built a 100 crore brand in 10 years. Hi everyone, I am Kapil Thirani and this is 1 in a Billion, where we bring you the stories of entrepreneurs who built and scaled their business with Flipkart. Today's story is about a city that handles approximately 90% of India's total cotton knitwear exports and the journey of a brand that emerged from that city. This journey started on April 14, 2016 with 20 orders. Today it manages 15,000 orders daily. Please welcome Madhusudhanan Shanmugam, the founder of Tripr. Hi Madhu, welcome to the podcast.
Hi Kapil, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Great. So tell me something about yourself. You were in London and your story before London. What were you doing? Where did you study from? And then we probably will delve into the journey of your e-commerce.
Sure. Actually, I was in software, right? So I used to work for Cognizant for almost 5 years, 4 years in Chennai and 1 year in London, right?
Great.
So there I used to work for Lloyd's Banking Group, and then there I used to see a boom that was there very early in e-commerce, right?
And this was what time? Which year?
In 2014.
Okay.
Yeah. So there people used to buy everything online, almost 25 to 30%. Even we used to buy everything online, right? So I was comparing that with here, right, in Chennai where I used to work, and that kind of online penetration was not there.
Okay.
Even Flipkart's starting stages were at that time, right? So I remember we started in 2008 to 2010 types Flipkart, right? So it was still emerging, right? One of my roommate used to buy few things from online, but I never used to buy anything when I was in Chennai.
Okay.
But once I moved to London, it became a habit. So I have picked up a spark that this might happen in Chennai and Tamil Nadu as well, in India as well, right?
Yes.
So that has given a spark. Like, and one more thing which I found there is like my friends who work in Cognizant and Lloyd's Banking Group, right? They used to ask me to get T-shirts from Tirupur.
Yeah,
Right?
because Tirupur manufactures T-shirt. Everyone knows T-shirts from Tirupur are very good.
Yeah.
So you used to be the person who used to get from Tirupur and take it back from London. And you used to do that in every trip?
Yeah, whenever I used to visit Tirupur, right, they used to bug me to get all the T-shirts, which will be very cost effective, but with a very good quality, right? So I thought, why to connect both, right? So bring e-commerce to Tirupur. So why not we start a brand? Because like Tirupur, always we do manufacturing only, but we don't consciously do branding. So at that time, my dad used to be an wholesale manufacturer only.
So you were linked to textile industry from your early childhood days?
Yes.
And did you help your dad in his business or something like that?
Yeah, I used to do some accounting or something, but I have never went into manufacturing side.
Okay.
I don't step into that warehouse itself.
Okay.
So my dad used to scold at me in the childhood days, right? You are not even coming into the company like that, right? But when
just one thing, can you explain about your dad's business a bit more? As in, what did he do? Did he manufacture? Did he trade? What did he do in totality?
He used to manufacture the innerwear.
Okay.
Right? It's not a, I won't say it's a proper branded thing, but it's an unbranded segment where he used to manufacture a lot of inner vests, trunks, briefs, and everything. And then
where did he sell that?
he used to sell it in the domestic market.
Okay.
All over the India, he used to sell to Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh. A lot of customers used to visit Tirupur.
Okay.
And then they used to buy from him, and we will ship it via our transportation.
Okay.
Right? That is how it went for 20-25 years. So I have never got interest in that business actually. Right? So, but when I thought of coming into entrepreneurship from Cognizant, I thought, why not do the same, but in a branded format, but for the casual wear.
So when you thought of coming from London, starting your entrepreneurship journey, why did you not start picking from your father's business, and why did you choose casual wear? Was there a thought process like you did not want to get into that business, or you thought this as a bigger market? What was the thought process?
To be frank, right, launching a casual wear is very easy.
Okay.
I want to accept it frankly. Right, innerwear has a lot of technicalities in it, and then quality and everything is there. We need to make sure that it is perfect, right? So he is very much confident on all those technical things, right? So I am from a software background, right? I might be strong in marketing, but not in those areas, right? Now I might be, but not before 10 years when I started. So it was very easy for me to get into casual wear. So I started with t-shirts.
Okay.
Right. That is how I started selling t-shirts. So my London experience and my own city's expertise made me to start a brand, Tripr.
And when you came from London, right, and you thought I would be setting up an industry which will be online first probably, and I'll start manufacturing casual wear. So there must have been lots of challenges, because even though the manufacturing ecosystem was set in Tirupur, the other parts were still not that well integrated into the ecosystem. So can you tell me firstly the benefits that you got from being in Tirupur, and how did you go towards it?
Yeah, benefits, we have a lot of advantages actually, right? So from the sourcing, all the fabrics, when in the beginning we used to source fabrics from the fabric suppliers only. And in the beginning, even my family did not have any confidence in selling via e-commerce, right? The brand Tripr and selling it via e-commerce, they don't have any confidence, like selling one piece a day, what is going to come? That is what their expectation, right? And the manufacturers who associate with my dad, right, they also didn't have any confidence on us. They used to see us as some small boys running here and there and selling one or two pieces over some marketplaces, right? They don't understand this. So we had difficulties in those areas to make them understand how this is going to evolve, right? But advantages front, we had this fabric sourcing easy, manufacturing, we have contacts which I got from my dad, and I had created my own contacts as well. And then all the trims and everything will be available in the local market, right? So even your accessories, buttons or zips or whatever you want, and even printing, whatever you want to create apparel, it is all readily available.
Correct.
So it is just plug and play, plug and play for me.
And see, when you came in, why did you decide on the name Tripr? As in, and like, what is the logic behind Tripr?
Guess that.
Please
guess that.
Yeah, I think there were two things. One thing, it can be either closely with Tirupati or probably with Tirupur itself.
Yeah.
I think there are two lines that one can think. Probably you must have chosen one of those.
Yeah, Tirupur only, obviously, right? Now no one can take that name, right? So Tirupur itself belongs to us, Tripr, right? So short form of Tirupur. So
great. So then when you started going behind casual wear, right, and you started choosing t-shirts. Now in t-shirts, it's again, there are many kinds of t-shirts, right? There are polos, there are normal v-necks, there are this thing. So how did you narrow down on one particular genre or one particular product type that you want to do? And how did you start thinking? And just the initial journeys, what was the thought process behind it?
Actually, when I started selling t-shirts, right? So my concept was to get natural visibility.
Okay.
Right. So in the portal which is having more number of sellers who sell t-shirts, right? So I thought we need to start with basics and we need to beat everyone's price, because we have Tirupur's advantage and we have the knowledge of selling in e-commerce from a software background. So I thought, let's give it at when you go and apply a filter of low to high, only first Tripr t-shirt should come.
Okay.
That is the first point. I created the price point. I made sure the margins are set in that way. And then we created simple solid round neck t-shirts only, right? So on the very first day itself, we got 20 orders.
So first day you started,
Yeah.
people say that it takes around 20 days, 25 days to get out, but I think your thought process of making sure that one of the ways in which consumers purchase, which is probably search t-shirts, go from low to high, and my product will be there.
Yeah.
I think that is what probably gave you that edge. Then when you were manufacturing, right, at that time, Tirupur, and even still today, does a lot of contract manufacturing. So how did you decide what quantity to procure? Will my MOQs be met? MOQs, by the way, is minimum order quantity, which generally you have to give to a vendor or a manufacturer for a particular design. So how did you go around that? Like, was it just taking a call, okay, I'll build this solids and I'll say like 25 pieces in each? And how did the manufacturers react? Were they okay with that kind of MOQs? So explain me a bit more about that.
Sure. They were not okay, right? So we faced difficulties in that area only.
Okay.
See, even fabric suppliers, they are okay even if we take 1 or 2 rolls. One roll means it will have 20 kgs.
Okay.
In Tirupur, that's a basic standard they maintain.
Okay.
Right? But when it goes to the contract manufacturers, they need bulk quantities. But that is not possible when it comes to e-commerce even today.
Yeah.
Right? That is where we faced difficulties in the beginning. Now at least everyone understands that. But in the beginning, like, we need to go and convince them, right? You only if you give us some 10 or 20 pieces per size, right? Not even 50 to 100 units per style, right? Then only we will try that, right? Do an A/B testing and then see if it performs well. Then only we will be able to scale it, right? Then they were not okay for that, right? They were all making fun of us, right? At least not in front of us, behind, right? They used to tell to my dad, they used to tell to their friend circle, and few manufacturers who have got that belief in us, right? They were ready.
Okay.
Then they were able to help us.
So did you approach a lot of manufacturers in the
Yes,
beginning?
yes.
Okay.
See, my dad used to work with some 10-15 manufacturers, means 1 or 2 were only okay to do that.
Okay.
And in that also, few were not able to give that kind of finishing which we were expecting. Right? We launched V-necks. After round neck success, we launched V-neck t-shirts, which was very much evolving trend that time in 2016, and it was selling like anything. But we are not able to make the manufacturers create that V itself properly. Then we went into the experienced manufacturers who rejected us in the beginning, right? Now we showed them that, see, this is what we have proven in round necks, printed round necks, whatever it is. Now you can at least trust us. We'll go with a little bit bulk quantities.
Got it.
Then they accepted.
So in the initial part, right, first day you registered under the portal, you got 20 orders. Then were you ready for 20 orders? Like, did you know you will get 20 orders? As the ecosystem around you, your family, people who were supposed to pack, were they ready? And where was the setup? Like, were you doing it from your father's office? Or explain me that first 2-3 months journey before you go into more details.
Sure. Actually, before launching into Flipkart, I was into some other portals, small portals, you know, right? At that time, few portals were there. Now, they are not there in the market now, right? There, I used to get 1 order per day. That too, in 1 week itself, I'll get only 1 order, right? So, I used to work in Chennai. At that time, I used to call my mom and ask her to pack.
Okay.
That is how it happened, right?
So you were still working at that time when you came back to India?
Yes, yes. Because when I was applying for this TIN number, TAN number, at the time there was no GST. Right, TIN number and TAN number, right? It should get ready. Brand registration has to happen. At the time itself, I launched in some small portals where I used to get, randomly I'll get 1 order.
Okay.
Right.
That was not regular.
No, not regular. Right. That time only my family was in an assumption that, okay, this means 1 week itself they'll get 1 order only.
Okay.
Right. So they were all in a very bad impression about e-commerce, right? And no one was ready when we launched in Flipkart, that no one knows that on the very first day, on April 14th, I remember, April 14th, 2016, we'll get 20 orders.
Okay.
Right. That is Tamil New Year also.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So we made that sentiment, right? So we launched purposely on Tamil New Year, and immediately we got 20 orders. It was a surprise to us, right? Because other portals we got 1 order only in a week, and we got 20 orders, but we had inventory.
Okay.
And I myself used to pack.
Okay.
Right. So I myself used to do the packing and everything initially. And when we grow to 50 orders, 70 orders, my family, everyone used to do that. And I started it in, we have another house that is present in our building itself in the back side. There I have created my own office and I used to work from there. I used to do packing, everything there only. After that, when we moved into my father's building, slowly we started occupying his building one by one, and after that, like we occupied the entire building in the 2-3 years. Yeah.
So how was the scale up? Like you launched in 2016, and in 2016, then from say in April, probably we're clocking 20-25 orders. Then by the end of the year and subsequent years, how has the scale up been? Like when did you see that, okay, now I'm doing good orders and I think I should be more comfortable?
Yeah, actually, in the beginning, first 2-3 months, right? So we used to get 50 orders, 60 orders, right? In the basics and other things. And I thought I need someone who can give design ideas and everything. Correct. So that is where Chandru came in. Okay. So he's also here. Yeah, so, great. Okay, he's our CTO right now. So I call him. So he's my friend's brother actually. Okay. When I was working in Chennai in the software, he was also staying in our room and he was working. Okay. So we both had that entrepreneurial fire that time.
Is he also from Tirupur?
No, he is from Virudhunagar. Okay. Near Madurai. Okay. Yeah. So I went to my friend's marriage. Okay. After 3 months of starting Tripr. There I met him. Okay. I called him. See, I want someone who has the same urge of doing something big, right? So whatever we discussed, we need to bring it live. Then he joined me. Okay. He has come after 1 week of his brother's marriage and then he joined. After that, he himself learned a lot of things over designing, Photoshop and everything. He was helping from the beginning in the designs. Okay. He gave a lot of brilliant designs like V-necks and then in that one Ganesha print I remember. Yeah.
Everyone in Flipkart knows that Ganesha print.
Yeah, that is something which we have actually seen from a gym. Okay. We both used to go to a gym, right? We used to launch V-necks and then contrast V-necks only. Okay. Plain solids.
So everything was solids for how many?
For at least a year.
At least a year.
At least one BBD, I will say. Okay. In Flipkart terms, we always talk with BBD, right? So at least for the first BBD, we had only solids.
How much scale did you get only from solids? Like how many orders?
Solids, I mean solids and contrast solids. Correct. Not even cut and sew. Okay. Okay, solids and contrast solids, we got almost 200-300 orders.
Per day?
Yeah, per day.
And across how many colors?
10 to 12 colors.
10 to 12. So lots of brands actually have this strategy. I will only deal in solids. But you got to 200-300 orders. And I'm pretty sure that was not enough for you considering what you wanted to.
Because we had another challenge also. We need to convince printers also, right? So printing printing suppliers, they also won't accept if the quantity is less. Yeah. Same problem comes right? So only if we show volumes, they'll also accept. So when we were doing 200-300 orders, my dad saw that. Then he invested some money and then he manufactured a lot of fabrics for us. Okay. Okay. So he don't want us to take it from outside. Okay. Right. So he is expert in managing those things.
In the initial stage, did it require a lot of capital investment when you started the business?
No, not really. Even now it is not.
Because predominantly you were going to the manufacturers and I'm pretty sure there was a credit cycle which you had aligned them and the business operated. So I think being in Tirupur and having that business backing from your father who had contacts with the right manufacturers, who knew people who could invest, I think that gave you a lot of edge, right? In the beginning.
Yes, absolutely.
I think
with some struggle, but we had a lot of edge.
I think apart from say probably rejections and probably a few business deals not going right, I think it was aptly suited for you to be in Tirupur at that point of time.
Yes.
Correct. And then when you started probably say moving away from solids to going into printed t-shirts, explain more about that. I think that is when probably the business took off.
Yeah. So that is where like we were thinking about where to start, right? And we usually start with Ganesha, right? So auspicious god for everyone, right? So then we thought in a gym there was a design, right? I was telling to Chandru, like, look at that design. This is very good. We can bring it in some form in t-shirt. Then he has brought that in a very brilliant way.
Okay.
Right, that grey red Ganesh is the one. Right, it will be having grey body, and then sleeves and rib will be in red color with a proper Ganesha idol
Correct.
written on it. So that got picked up like anything.
Okay.
Right. At least for next 3 years, we might have sold more than 10-15 lakhs of that.
10-15 lakhs in one design.
Yes, for the next 3 years.
Wow. And how many colors?
Oh, some 2-3 colors only.
2-3 colors.
2-3 color variations.
So that
only.
became your hero completely.
Yes,
Correct.
absolutely. The next BBD itself, we won that BBD first innings.
Okay.
Right.
And so go into more details of this. Like when you started with prints, right? Obviously, Ganesha was not the only print.
Yeah.
That became your hero print.
Correct.
But how did you take the choice of how many designs, how many colors to launch? I'll leave the solid business aside. Then when you went into this, how did you take that call? And was designing easy? Was there an ecosystem? See, obviously you had Chandru's help, but how was the ecosystem in Tirupur helpful? Just go into more details of your design language at that point of time.
Yeah, actually, after seeing the success of prints, right? So obviously what we will think, like we need to expand printing and we need to expand colors also, right?
Yeah.
We used to print in the basic colors like black, grey melange or navy, right? Then we expanded to other colors also like olive green, maroon and everything. It's all trial and error basis, right? A/B testing only we do. And then what came as a challenge is at one point of time, right? This center prints has also saturated.
Okay.
So we want to move to all over prints.
Okay.
Right? Then we did all over prints. Then also we are forced to do cut and sew. Right? So this is all with round neck and V-necks we were experimenting. But we saw an opportunity. There is one more interesting thing, right? So when this half sleeves were all selling, right? We don't know seasonal selling much, right? It was very difficult to predict the seasons in the beginning stages. Now we know in this season this will sell and that season it won't sell, but it was very new to us, right? At the time we have struggled much. Okay. So this half sleeves Ganesha t-shirt was selling very well and it was selling like anything, right? And then e-commerce has its own things, returns also, right? It used to come back some 30 to 40%. So we got 30 to 40% returns after BBD and other portals were also running big shopping days and other things. So some more than 1.5 lakhs of off sleeve t-shirts, Ganesha t-shirts, right? So what you will do?
At that time, came to you in probably after BBD.
After BBD.
That is November.
Yeah, November, December. So obviously it's not a season for half sleeves. So we were like, what to do?
Okay.
Right. So, and then we need money to invest in winter, or we might need money to invest in hooded t-shirts. The capital might get blocked. So at that time, again, we were discussing and we got an idea. Right. What we did is we took the half sleeve t-shirts and then we converted it into full sleeve t-shirts.
Okay. The t-shirts that you had.
Yeah, that 1.5 lakh inventory, right? So we attached a contrast sleeve.
Okay.
If it is a red color, we have attached a contrast sleeve from inside.
Okay, and from the t-shirts which were already made as half sleeves.
Yes.
Wow.
So it was a very different trend, and it got picked up in the winter also.
Okay.
So we sold all the 1.5 lakh units with a margin.
Okay.
Right? We don't want to sell them.
At one point you were thinking of liquidating the sale, and now you were selling with an excess margin on the sale.
Yeah. Amazing. So it was also a hit. So we thought.
How did that innovation happen? Like, what was the thought process? What were discussions in the room?
It was brainstorming only, myself, Chandru and all the team members, right? Okay. So we need to do something, right? So what to do? Okay. We don't want to liquidate the stock, but think in a lateral way or in a different way, like what can be done, right? And then we were going through a lot of designs online and everything. And we got an idea, right? So let's convert this into that's a new sleeve. Till this portion, it will be red. After that, it will be grey melange.
Correct.
Right? But once, and then in e-commerce, right? One thing, if we can see something in picture and it looks nice, right? Obviously, it will set for us.
Yes.
Whoever is going to wear it, right? So that gave us confidence. When he showed that image itself, I have decided it's going to be a hit. Okay, let's do it. Then anyway, we are going to start with only 20 units, right?
Yeah.
Give that all the t-shirts with only 20 units per size to the manufacturing unit. Attach a sleeve. Try it as a new SKU.
Yeah.
Right? New style, new FSN. Then run ads. If it works, works. Otherwise, let's think about something else, right? But it worked like anything. That T-shirt sold for another 2-3 years as a new style itself.
Wow.
We got a new style also,
Correct.
right, for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So in that way, it worked. A lot of things happened. A lot of interesting things in this journey.
This is very interesting. I think you had realized the importance of launching new styles, new designs, new patterns very early. So, and the Tirupur ecosystem was different. So how did you marry both? Obviously, you had contacts in the manufacturing industry. You used to give smaller MQs, but the part around designing, like how did you build the design language? Like what is the thought process? Will Tripr stand for some designs, or how did you build your design team? What was the core brand design ethos that you wanted to give it to them? Explain the thought process at that point of time.
Actually, like on the thought process front, right? So we were into a goal of being present in at least all the T-shirt categories.
Okay.
Right? It's T-shirt is a broad category where we have round necks, V-necks, hoodies, right? And then at that time, Henleys were picking up. Now zippers are picking up, and then oversized came in. Right, so we want to experiment everything.
Okay.
Right, we want to be a Zara of e-commerce online at least. Right, and the price range of 200, 300, 300 to 400, not in the premium bucket. Right, so that is where we want to experiment everything. Right, it is experimenting basically. So whatever trend is picking up, right, we want to be there first. That is what we still follow.
Okay.
Right, so follow the trend and then create designs for those trends and then try and see whether it works, and if it works, go behind it and then innovate from those trends.
Got it.
Right, and then we got support from Tirupur ecosystem after some 2 years itself, when we have proven, right, consistently we used to get some awards in BBD, right? BBD first innings, after that category top seller, after that city top seller, again South Zone top seller, and then in 2023 we got All India top seller.
Correct.
Right, so that is how. So then they have trusted us.
Yeah.
And one more thing, lot of people started doing this also.
Okay.
After seeing Tripr, how they function, how we function and everything, right? Lot of them learn from us.
Okay.
Right? We also learn from some of our seniors, right, who are still present in the ecosystem, and few are not there. But from us, lot of other manufacturers learned and they launched their brand. They are successful also.
So, in any successful e-commerce venture, I think, and especially in fashion category, it is very important to consistently keep on creating new styles. So, can you give some numbers around the same? Like, say, in a month, how many styles did you manufacture? And out of, say, 20, 30, whatever the number of styles, how many became successful? And the path to that success around testing. So, if you can explain in a bit more details, it will be very useful for people who want to launch an e-commerce.
Yeah, sure. Once after we attain or achieve a bigger number, right? So we need to have that kind of breakup within our teams, like category-wise teams, even in the design, even in the inventory management, wherever it is required. So those teams has to manage their own new styles. So that is how we operate, right? So our category teams will make sure they at least launch minimum 15 to 20 styles.
And how many categories did you have?
We have T-shirts, and then that is another interesting story, right? I want to highlight that, right? We started only with T-shirts, and we were with T-shirts only for the first 2 years.
Okay.
Right? After that, Flipkart teams started visiting Tirupur, right? I remember Amina Sharma, right? She's still here. So she came to our office. She was our first account manager, who was responsible to make us a 1 crore brand per month.
Yeah.
Right? So she asked us to in purpose launch the other top wears also. Like vests, sweatshirt jackets, and then shorts, even track pants that comes in bottom wear, cargos and everything. Right? We didn't have that kind of thought process itself, I'm very frank. We were a T-shirt company only. Yeah. Right? So now you see a lot of innerwear brands. They don't want to be innerwear brands. They want to do loungewear and outerwear as well to sustain, right? But that kind of, no thought process itself. We didn't have that. It is something Flipkart has actually driven us, right, at the time. So after taking those suggestions seriously, we launched vests.
Okay.
And then those vests are still selling.
Oh, wow. What do you launch?
2018,
Okay.
right? Those vests are still our top sellers.
Okay.
Right? And then we launched shorts, then we launched track pants.
And how many designs in each category? How many prints? How many,
That is what I was telling, right? So we have given a target of launching at least 10 to 15 styles in a category per month.
Per month.
Per month,
Okay.
right? So now we are even pushing more, right? 25 to 30 styles per month or even 5 to 10 styles per week.
Okay.
Because,
and when you get, say, those initial numbers of 20 styles, obviously, team goes through the design phase, it does its own design research and comes up with 20. Then what is the selection criteria? Like out of all the designs that were suggested, how many do you take forward for printing? Or once you have taken it forward for printing, how do you test it? E-commerce platforms make it really easy for you to test whether the products will be successful or not. So explain that part, say one category in t-shirts, how does the entire flow work?
Yeah, actually, if you see, it is not 20 styles that they will give.
Okay.
Right? So it is more than 20 styles.
Yeah.
They'll give 30, 40 styles also,
Okay.
but we will finalize only 15 to 20 styles from that.
Okay.
In that portion itself or in that moment itself, we filter.
Okay.
Right? Then in that 15 to 20 styles, we will send them to printing or cut and sew or wherever it is required. We will do the pattern.
How many pieces will you get manufactured in the first lot?
First lot, it will be 15 to 20 pieces.
20, that's it?
S and double XL, if you say, it will be 10 pieces.
Okay.
ML XL, we will do 20 to 30.
Okay. So each design will have across S to XL and approximately, we can say 15 to 20 pieces on an average.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
And then, like when we know that that particular design is a hit, right?
And how do you know whether it is a hit? Like, what do you do to do an A/B testing? Like, do you put ads so that they surface, or do you measure data? Like, explain that thing in a bit more detail.
Yeah, sure. So that is very important, right?
Yeah.
So we launch new styles. After that, we run ads, obviously. So when we were into Flipkart in 2016, right? At that time, there were no ads itself.
Yeah.
After that, we launched ads, and it was very useful for brands to introduce. So when I was launching new styles, right? I had only one filter where I can play and bring my styles up, right? Otherwise, algorithm has to choose.
Correct.
But once this ads has come in, then we had that leverage to invest on ads and show our products on the very first day itself to the customer.
Okay.
So that is something within 6 months of we launching into Flipkart, Flipkart also launched ads. So it was very helpful. And then we used to run the ads and we'll see the conversions, right? We'll see the click-through rate.
Okay.
Right? Click-through rate is something people used to see, impressions is first, right? Which particular product is getting more impressions. Then from that, which is getting more clicks, and from that, which is getting more conversions. So you want to explain?
So in e-commerce, when you land onto a page which has lots of products, and suppose you just view a product, that is an impression. And if you click on a product and you calculate the percentage of number of products clicked over the impressions, that is called a click-through rate. So you can continue.
Okay, so after that, after clicking, if customer is really satisfied, he'll buy, that is conversions. So based on the conversions and the ROI, right, that is for us. Conversion is for the business, but ROI is very important for the margins. So based on the ROI and conversions, we'll decide that we'll continue with this style.
Okay.
Otherwise, we will drop that style immediately.
And how much time does it take to test out a product? Like how much time?
At least 30 to 45 days we need to take. We need to do 2 to 3 iterations, right?
Okay.
We might test in multiple price points if required, right? Sometimes we might have priced it very higher, right? Sometimes even after pricing it at a very low price points, it might not sell. So a lot of other factors are there. Sometimes photo shoot might not work. Right? Sometimes product will be different, our shoot might be different. Right? A lot of other factors are there.
So who used to take care of the photo shoot part in the team, and how did you use Tirupur ecosystem? Did you used to send the products to other places? Because I have seen lots of people in tier 2 who send the products to Bombay, send the products to Delhi.
Yeah.
And how did you manage it?
It happens. Like we do both. We used to do it in Coimbatore, Chennai also. We used to send it to Mumbai. I remember one or two models at that time were very familiar in the e-commerce space, right? So they were, we used to use them at that time.
Okay.
And then now it is all AI, right? Whatever you want, you can do locally. Our design team does it, everything from the system itself. But at that time, we used to. It is also a lot of pain point at that time. But now, now it is all very easy. Right? Whoever wants to do, they can do it. With
I think the pain it took that time to ship a product, then get the right model, identify the right angles, and then getting the product back. I think that was a huge cost, because of which people did not invest in a lot of new products.
Absolutely.
But now, as AI has evolved, and along with AI, and also I think the photo shoot ecosystem in the country has spread out across places, across manufacturing clusters. I think with e-commerce journey, that has now simplified a lot.
Yeah, lot I will say. Right. So it's a very painful process only. But we used to do, at the time itself, my team used to do both.
Okay.
They use computers help also, right? They might take some basic photo shoots and then they use, it is what to say, their own AI, right? At that time, they were well versed, right? So they used to create a lot of models out of it. So mostly we'll try with those things only. Then only we might go for the proper shoot also, if required, right? So that is how we managed at that time. Now it is all easy. But at one point of time, right, it became very difficult for us to maintain that or launch the styles quickly. That's where we took more computers help, either Photoshop or CorelDRAW, whichever was available at that time. We used to take the help and then launch the styles quickly. Then also we do photo shoots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does your background of as a software engineer, did it assist you in a business which was traditionally only brick and mortar, at least the complete manufacturing part, designing part, etc.? Because I see you using a lot of places, and also you hiring a team which was more from a tech background. So explain that thought process. How did it create a differentiation, or how did it create an edge for you?
Yeah, it has created an edge for me because I was able to understand these jargons, right? Whatever is there in the e-commerce, better than someone else who is from a big business background, not from a software background, right? How the algorithm works. Because I was doing performance testing for all the websites. So I know how these websites work, how these algorithms might work, right? How it might change over a time, right? So whenever it changes, we need to change our strategy, right? So it has given me a big edge on only, I will say.
And I've also heard that you have created your own softwares to probably track this. Can you explain more? What did you create? What was the problem statement that prompted you to create something? So just explain.
Yeah, actually, like I had software friends, right, always from my company and my college days also. So whenever we have faced the issues like inventory management, right? So in that, I want to give you a big background. When we scaled, we actually struggled in managing the inventory only, right? Suddenly we'll have a spike, right? If you see, we have done some 15-16 lakh units in one BBD itself.
16 lakh units.
Yeah, that is where we won the BMW, right?
So this is 2022.
2022, yeah. So within some 20 to 30 days, we did that volume, right? At that time, we did not have a present warehouse itself. Now we have a 30,000 square feet warehouse where everything is automated. Whatever comes in will be scanned. Whatever goes in will be scanned. At the time when we did that volume, nothing was there.
It was non-tech led.
Yeah, it was not.
How did you manage 15 lakh units without tech being
present? That is what even I am wondering now, right? How did we do that? Right? At that time, everyone was supportive. The team was very much supportive at that time, right? So we were working like anything. So we had 4 or 5 buildings spread across. It is not one building at that time. So now, after seeing all those things only, we were forced to create this much big warehouse, right? And then doing all these automations, right? So that is a big challenge. Whenever we move from 1,000 units to 2,000 units, 2,000 units to 4,000 units, we need another warehouse, another building.
And there was like one next to the
other. One to one, and moving from each and everything, we need transportation, we need more resources.
That added to your cost also, I guess.
Yeah. No, apart from cost, I will say it's a more painful process for middle-level managers, and also the resources who want to move the inventory from here to there and again place it in the racks, again take it and pack it without inventory management. A separate team has to go and take the stocks manually. That is all very painful. After that only we understood the need for automation. Then I approached my friends who helped in doing all this automation.
So you did not go for a ready-made solution which was available in the market. You wanted to create something of your own there?
Yeah, because ready-made solutions were available, but it is not as per what we expected at that time.
Okay.
So we created our own this thing for order processing and then even for the inventory management. Right.
And what was different about your system versus what was, say, available at that point of time? Like, what was the difference?
Actually, it is customizable as per our needs. That is the main difference.
Okay.
Right. As per our team's convenience, as per our warehouse structure and everything. Right.
So you guys still run on the same software?
Yeah.
Oh,
we run on our own software only.
Amazing.
Yeah. For order processing also we run on our own software. For inward and outward of all the stocks also we run on our own software.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we are building an inventory management software also for us.
Okay, and that is also completely in-house?
Yeah, in-house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Once you started getting into all the categories, your Ganesha prints become viral, your various trends around adding sleeves that gone viral, then how did you manage the scale? Like if I have to think about like doing 15 lakh units from a particular BBD month to then maintaining your regular orders, did you hire a big team? How did you look at scale at that point of time, and what were your investments that you made to make sure you are able to handle that scale in the right, most efficient manner?
Yeah, that is actually coming from lot of different factors, right? From the fabric sourcing, fabric suppliers has to support us on the credit periods. I remember in that BBD and previous BBD, people used to support us up to 12-13 CR.
Okay.
In credits.
Wow.
I am saying only one supplier.
Yeah.
Not multiple suppliers supporting that. Right? They believed in us. Right? In turn, they believed in e-commerce. In turn, they believed in Flipkart. So that is how I remember. Right? So I want to tell their names also. Right? So it's Jaivikas and Mahas. They are the fabric suppliers for us. Even now they are doing. And then our manufacturers, APTEX and Kanitex, they used to help us in the things. And then my team. Right, I mentioned Chandru, Taufik and all the other team members who report to them. Right, everyone was like, they are all growth focused. Right, everyone wants to grow in the e-commerce boom that is happening and still it is going on. Right, and then they are ready to extend. Right, in whatever means. Right, like financial support or credit support or working longer hours. Right, and then it is like they were hiring a lot of, and we used to do one thing, like we used to hire part-time students also, right? Whoever was going to college, after completing their college, they used to come and work for us. And they are also like very much enthusiastic in doing all these new works.
So you touched on a very important topic, which is around team building. Now, you being in a very corporate setup, say in Chennai and London, and then when you moved to Tirupur, I think you mentioned the story of how you got Chandru to the team. But in all tier 2 cities, or say rather manufacturing clusters, you have a lot of problem in terms of getting the right talent. And people always tell that this is a huge challenge, why I am not able to scale. Do you see that as a consistent risk, or you see that as an opportunity? How do you view your being in Tirupur with your human resource issues? And how do you see it? How do you approach it? Maybe it can be a very good playbook for people who want to set up business in their hometowns. And how do they think about it?
Yeah, there is a risk and opportunity as well, right? There is a huge risk, and there was huge risk when we started that no one knows what is e-commerce. At least in Tirupur, no one knows what is e-commerce. We used to train them.
Okay.
Right? We will hire freshers. We will hire college pass outs, and
those are people who were doing their college from Tirupur and were also based out in Tirupur.
Yes.
Okay.
It's local hires, and we used to train them, right? And then a lot of them are now in senior positions in Tripr.
Okay.
Right? They have grown that much, and they have put in their complete efforts, and they have learned quickly also. And then what is one more this thing is, a lot of them are outside of Tripr, and they are actually doing a lot of things for other brands also.
Okay, so people who you have trained, now they have gone to other brands and building their e-commerce footprints.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you're like probably a training academy for people knowing e-commerce in Tirupur.
Yes, yes. And then few of them have started their own brands also.
Amazing.
Right.
Which is very interesting when you see people who have come out from your organizations trying to do something which is equally ambitious. I think one always feels proud.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. And then how big is the team right now, and how many people are there?
We are a 120 member team in office, right? Including warehouse and this thing. And then manufacturing, we have 400 to 500 people consistently working, and it will vary. During seasons, it will increase. During off seasons, it might reduce.
Correct. Yeah. And now I'm assuming that you have great setup, and you are the poster boy of how to build a brand from a tier 2 place for Flipkart always. Then if you see more people in Tirupur, or say you see more people who want to build a brand, do you see their ecosystem evolving right now compared to the challenges you have faced? Are there many brands who you see coming, and do you think it is easier for them to probably go ahead now and start brands? How is the ecosystem evolved? Like if you speak about Tirupur now versus probably 2016 when you started.
A lot of improvements here. They can quickly start now, right? With a lot of fabrics now evolving and a lot of available fabrics over there for e-commerce itself they are creating, right? And then a lot of manufacturers now understand the ecosystem now, and AI tools which are helping them to create the shoots within minutes or seconds, right? They can immediately sign a GST. Even at GST from government side also there are a lot of support, right? They can get the GST within 15 days, register a brand within 10 days, immediately register into Flipkart or any other marketplace, then immediately they can scale, right? Now we have a lot of ad products, PLA, PCA, banner ads and other things, right? Even keyword planners, right? A lot of things are present. So they can simply launch it, run the ads, see which is a success, and then they can scale it. And I am seeing that is happening, right? So, and then previously like onboarding and other processes were also very complex in all the marketplaces. Now everything is easy. Onboarding is easy, and immediately they have been assigned with some managers. They are guiding them, right? And then now the resources are also available, trained resources across, even in Tirupur, even in Surat, even in tier 2, tier 3 cities. So a lot of people know about e-commerce. So it has become a quick and easy process for anyone to launch. Only thing is they need to understand the economics, right? They need to understand the margins, right? They should not go all out, sell something at non-sustainable prices, and then they should not burn out. I have seen most of the brands doing it. They could not sustain, right? So even we did it couple of times, right? To only growth at all cost mindset, right? At the time, all the startups were at that mindset only like us. After that, everyone got hit, and then we also want to be sustainable without affecting the bottom line. We need to grow our top line. All those things has come up as a learning. So what I will say is it is easy to do, but only thing is it has to be done in a sustainable way.
But still Tirupur is known about t-shirts, correct? The category is that. So what I'll do now is let us bring some of your t-shirts and your top sellers, and then let's just see and go through the product in more details. Can we have the product, please?
Sure.
Great. Yes. So these are two of the products. I would like you to pick up the products, explain it in a bit more details.
So
you can take this.
This is
open it.
This is one of the popcorn shirts which we have launched. The same popcorn fabric we have t-shirts as well, right? So in that we have did a printing, right? So this is one of the top seller now, which is a new style which we have launched just 2-3 weeks back.
Okay. And these shirt pattern in terms of this popcorn type of fabric, this is now getting a lot of traction in the market. So is Tirupur also evolving for this, or where do you get the fabric from? How do you do this?
Actually Tirupur now we are seeing a lot of traction over polyester, right? We used to do cotton, polycotton, recycled cotton as well. But now in the past 2 years when Surat came into competition in the e-commerce market, right? It's a huge competition between Tirupur and Surat always. So now not only in e-commerce, but in the domestic market as well, right? Whatever happens in domestic market transforms to e-commerce always, right? So we also used to observe a lot of trends in the domestic market, then only bring it to e-commerce, right? So that is where all the Tirupur associations and everything, manufacturers, everyone want to bring man-made fibers also affordable for Tirupur market, and now we are able to source these kind of materials everywhere in Tirupur.
Okay.
It is like,
and then hence the initial bottleneck. Like I remember talking to people from Tirupur that Tirupur market has been slowing down because a lot of that has been taken away from Surat for domestic consumption. That you're saying is changing. It's changing for good.
Now it is changing. Like we are making it change. Right? We are pushing everyone. We are pushing the manufacturers to bring polyesters. Right? Do manufacture it or do source it. Right? Make sure consistent supply of that is available at competitive prices.
Correct.
Right? So that we can be in par with whatever city that is coming into competition.
I hijacked your product discussion. Anyways, you can tell in more details about the product.
Yeah. So this is something which is a new shirt, right? This will not be having proper hand full hand this thing like what I am wearing, right? So this is a kind of a hybrid. Right? You can wear it in a very casual way, right? It's very easy also, but it will look like a shirt.
And how much do you price this at?
This will be at 359.
This is a very attractive price for a shirt, and I think it goes with the recent Gen Z trends, what people are liking in terms of a semi-casual sort of a comfortable environment. This is great. And you have one more product. Would you like to explain about the same?
So this is one of our hit products that is actually... This particular design is available both in t-shirts and sweatshirts. This is actually a sweatshirt. This was a big hit during last 2 winter. So in 2000.
How many pieces have you sold for these approximately?
More than 4-5 lakh units in all the colors in the past 2 years winter. So the same design is available in t-shirt that might have sold even more. Right. So this is zipper. So now the trend of zipper t-shirts is picking up very well, right? So it is having a golden zipper here. So this will have a golden zipper with a full sleeve sweatshirt with a proper...
How much do you sell this for?
This will be sold at 399 to 449 based on the colors.
So you still have that entire philosophy of making sure that you are priced most competitively.
Yeah, actually we are very clear in our market, right? So we want to target the below 500 range, right? Even a shirt, even a sweatshirt, even a t-shirt, it's below 300, right? Where we can give good quality, right, to the mass. See, because our country is basically in the mass audience sector, right? So we need to always target them so that while we grow also, we will have a lot of audience to penetrate. We might not saturate at any point.
So now moving on, now you guys are probably touching around 100 crores a year. In this entire journey, have you ever faced capital shortage, or have you ever faced instances where capital was an issue you wanted? Just explain me about your capital journey, and then we can talk about also venture funding, etc. Did that ever come into the picture, and how did it happen?
Yeah, actually, like any business, right? So growth at all cost, as I told, when we were moving with not calculating the bottom line properly and then margins properly and then going with the growth at all cost, we faced a lot of funding issues, and then we approached for loans and everything, and mainly not for running business, I will say, at least because we had strong credit supports and manufacturing supports and everything, but at least for the warehousing, for moving into a more structured way and everything, we were requiring like more than 4-5 CR of capital, right? So at that time only we went into banks and other things. Otherwise, we have never went into any kind of funding. We used to manage it with the rotation itself. Right? But when in 2021, 22, 23, this VC funding and everything were booming, right? So what we thought was we want to take it to the next level, right? So when we were already at this numbers 80, 100 crores net, right? So at that time we want to take it to the next level. So that's the reason we went to VC funding, but we have got more offers from the aggregate, what you say, you have this Goat Brand Labs, Mensa Brands, they're
correct.
aggregators, right? So we have got a lot of offers from them for a 50% acquisition.
Okay.
Right. So, but we were not aligned on that. So we don't want to go all out. Right. If we can raise some 5% or 10% diluting equity, if we can raise some VC
So have you done
funding.
that as of now? Have you diluted any part of the stake?
No, actually we have thought about it.
Okay.
But we did not do because what we thought is like after that this funding winter and everything came, right? So we don't want to lose the equity.
Okay.
So we did some other arrangements and then we raised funds via the Velocity and other partners were readily available, right? So we went into debt route.
Okay.
We don't want to lose equity and we'll save that. And then because funding winter was also there in 22-23, we don't want to lower our valuation and that particular, because of the economic slowdown, we don't want to get affected. So in that reason, we didn't do that actually. So we actually worked on our bottom line.
Okay.
Then we have eliminated all the extra expenses, wherever it was leakage, right? A lot of optimization we were doing.
Can you go in a bit more details? Like, because this is the most challenging part. I think what people find is some people know how to scale, but they do not know how to do it sustainably.
Yeah.
And what are the exact steps that you took to make sure that your bottom lines stayed a bit more healthy?
Everything lies on inventory.
Okay.
When it comes to apparel and when it comes to e-commerce, it is all inventory only, right? You will have, your balance sheet will show profits, but you will not have cash in hand, right? So it will be like we will be paying taxes, income tax also for the profits, but where is that profit lying?
Yeah.
You need to search. It will be lying on your inventory only. Inventory will be in various forms. Either it will be in a fabric form, either it will be in a production, product in a production area, or it will be lying in your warehouse, or it will be lying with courier partners in the returns form, or it will be lying with the customers also. They might be ready to return the product. Right? So in e-commerce and with apparel, it is only first 3 stages, but with e-commerce, we have next 2 stages also, right? It will be in transit.
Yeah.
Most of the inventory will be in transit. So whenever we want to calculate our inventory in e-commerce, we want to calculate everything. So fabrics and then production and then whatever is lying in our warehouse and then whatever is in transit.
In transit, whether forward leg or on the reverse leg.
Even the returns, whatever it is. So that is where when we started diluting the non-performing inventories in whatever forms we know, right? We have diluted the inventory by offering discounts, or we have actually sold it for some the other partners who are ready to take it at a price which we offer, right? And then inventory management. So like we were able to do the inventory management, inventory automation. That is where the softwares came in, right? We actually want to know what is the inventory. First we faced that issue itself. We did not know what is the inventory itself. After knowing that this much is the inventory we have, then we were able to plan it, right? Still what we are trying to figure out is what is the inventory that is in production. That also we know. We should know, right? It should not also be automated. Then it will be even more easier, right? It is always good to maintain some 15 to 20 days of inventory.
That's it, what you maintain. Traditionally, brands used to maintain like 3 months.
3 months, 4 months, 40 days, 30 days and all will be lot of like our rotation issues will be there. We need to raise funds. We need to always go into debt and everything.
Yeah. And you also mentioned the transit phase and the reverse leg phase. Were you able to optimize anything on the returns leg, or were you able to probably get more margins and make sure you rather protect your margins based on how returns of the business were?
Yeah, we need to reduce the returns always, right? Customer returns we will be able to reduce. So courier returns always marketplaces are trying to reduce and it is getting optimized also, right? So customer returns, we need to work on the product quality. We need to work on delivering the product which we are showing in the marketplaces, right? And then we need to work on delivering the same color, same fit. Fit is one main thing, right? Most of our returns usually comes with a fit, right? So
why do this happen? Is it because the body size, or is it because the conscious attempt of us having to use lesser clothes, so we make the clothes a bit shorter?
No,
why is returns?
It's whenever new styles are being made, right? A lot of cut and sew goes in. right? So fit might change, right? Once we do all the QC and everything also, after delivering, after people wearing it, they might feel uncomfortable, right? So it is not even fit smaller or fit larger. It is like fit not as expected, right? What will you decide on that?
Body size is so
Yeah.
varying in the entire continent, so it becomes a lot more difficult.
So that is where this happens, and then we need to optimize it. Once we optimize the returns, we will be able to gain more margins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much is the current return percentage, if I may ask?
We usually, because we deal with men's clothing, right? It's always in the 10 to 15%. We maintain within that. Whenever winter or seasons comes, it might go up to 17. But once summer and other seasons comes in, it will be maintained within 13-14%. Yeah.
And now, when you see yourself in next 5 years, how do you see the brand growing? Do you see a lot more product lines being introduced? Do you see still as the core T-shirt supplier with few categories? How do you see yourself in next 5 years?
No, we want to actually expand to all the other categories also. Now we are expanding to shirts, right? Even jeans, right? That also we are aiming in.
Does jeans have a good ecosystem in Tirupur?
No, but we want to get into it. But exporters used to do, but we are actually talking with them, like bring in more fabrics, right? More affordable range. That is where we are stuck, right? So we need to do it in a range which we operate, right? Shirts we will be able to do with a lot of these kind of emerging fabrics. We can anyway try it and make it a hit. And other fabrics for jeans and everything, we are actually doing a lot of research around it, right? And then kids also we are expanding. So men's and kids. Right. So this is for the next 5 years. We want to make the brand 400 to 500 CR in a sustainable way without hitting bottom line. If required, we might go for funding also.
Got it. I've asked so many questions from you. Are there any questions that you want to get some insights from me?
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of questions, but I'll limit it to 2 or 3. So with this minutes, right, Flipkart minutes and other quick commerce platforms coming in, how do you see ourselves, marketplace or e-commerce versus quick commerce?
So it's a very interesting question. I will not ever say that is this versus this. I think both have to coexist in unison. So I'll tell you my thesis. My thesis on this is anything which is predictable, which people know that where people are able to plan inventory much better, predict it, like, okay, today I will have, say, 10 pieces, 15 pieces, 20 pieces of something. Anything which is predictable at a local level, you will see a lot more demand migrating to minutes.
Quick commerce.
A quick commerce platform overall, because what advantage that gives is anything which is predictable, you place it closer to the consumer wants immediate gratification, it happens. But any category or any place which is slightly more long tail, or where design choices become very important, where the entire categories will evolve based on consumer needs, which varies a lot, and where predictability will be different, I think traditional e-commerce will flourish. Is there a need for higher speed? The answer is yes. We have to find better ways to give more speed to the consumers. But I think places where inventory identification or inventory prediction is bit more difficult or tricky, it will still exist in traditional format. But I think both the places will continue to exist and e-commerce is still just scratching the surface in India. So I just believe there's a huge potential.
So you don't see quick commerce coming and overtaking e-commerce in any way?
So yeah, that is my take. I think both will exist in cohesion and there will be a lot of synergies. I think once more consumers start using digital data, we'll also get to know what are the preferences, etc. So I believe it will be very good for e-commerce in the long run. You'll get a lot more people building over habits and making sure they come into e-commerce for any need. So I believe it's a very good state to be in e-commerce right now, whether you're on this side or that side of the spectrum.
No, will it overtake e-commerce or will it coexist only?
I think it will coexist.
Okay.
I think it will coexist. It's a huge market right now. We are just scratching the surface. I think it will coexist beautifully.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you suggest for sellers from the apparel background? Like how we can pitch to quick commerce in the way we did for e-commerce?
See, I will just take cues on exactly what you did. When you were not sure about what to sell, you went to solids.
Correct.
And that's where you predicted. So that because why did you pick solids? Because it was predictable.
Yeah.
So I think those solid designs, those solid trends will find success in quick commerce. And that is how I think every e-commerce platform, quick commerce platform will also evolve. They will start having things which are predictable because solids are predictable. They will start coming here. But I think, and maybe say few designs or trends which become very viral or which become a hit, they will go there. Experimentation will continue in the long tail format. Right, and once they become viral, once they become predictable, we start slowly moving over here. That is how it is. Continue the experimentation, but make sure don't ever ignore the quick commerce part, because I'm pretty sure in fashion also, at some point of time, at least the things which are predictable will start being consumed here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Okay, great. So now we have understood about your vision, etc. Do you want to give any advice to people who are watching? And I would also want you to add a little bit of Tamil flavor in the entire thing, so that people get to know and get to learn from you a lot more. And especially any message for manufacturers in South India, if you want to give, it would be great.
Sure. So 10 years திருப்பூர்ல இருந்து திருப்பூரோட பேர் ட்ரிப்பர் அப்படிங்கிறதே வச்சுட்டு we have நாங்கள் வந்து இந்த பிராண்டை வந்து we have grown it to 100 crores and then இதுக்கப்புறமும் அடுத்த 5 yearsல நம்ம பிராண்டை ஒரு ஆல் ஓவர் இந்தியா எடுத்துகிட்டு போயிட்டு ஒரு இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் பிராண்டை எடுத்துகிட்டு போகணுன்னு நினச்சி ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்க ஒரு டீம். நீங்களும் இந்த மாதிரி ஃப்ரம் சவுத் இந்தியாவிலேருந்து நிறைய பிராண்ட்ஸை இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் மார்க்கெட்ஸ்க்கு நம்ம எடுத்துகிட்டு போகணும். ஒன்லி மேனுஃபேக்சரர்ஸாக, எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டர்ஸாக, கான்ட்ராக்ட் மேனுஃபேக்சரர்ஸாக மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நம்மளுடைய பிராண்ட்ஸ் நிறைய மார்க்கெட்ஸில், இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் மார்க்கெட்ஸில் அவைலபிளாக இருக்கணும் அப்படின்ற இதோட இ-காமர்ஸையும் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணுங்கள். ஒன் ஆஃப் த குவிக் அண்ட் ஈஸி ஃபார்மட் நம்ம பிராண்டை எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணி இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் மார்க்கெட்ஸ்க்கு எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறதுக்கு இ-காமர்ஸ் வில் பி குயிக் அண்ட் ஈஸி வே. ஸோ அதுக்கு ப்ராப்பராக ஒர்க் பண்ணி இப்போ நாங்கள் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ண எல்லா பாயிண்ட்ஸையுமே வச்சு ப்ராஃபிட்டபுளாக, சஸ்டெயினபுளாக ஒரு பிஸ்னஸை பில்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். இட் வில் பி ஆல்வேஸ் அ சக்ஸஸ். ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட்.
Thank you for the message. I think it was great talking to you, Madhu. I think the insights, what you shared in terms of how you do your small experiments to how do you grow to something which is as big as probably 15 lakh units, this is unheard for. I think growing from small scale to coming to this scale where you have achieved a lot, and coming from a place which is tier 2 where traditionally people don't go, I think you have shown an example of how business is being built, and being built from your roots, being built for the places where you belong. I think it's an amazing, amazing story. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was very nice talking to you, Kapil, sharing all my journey here. Right, so it is always pleasure working with Flipkart, right? Wherever we go and work, it is not similar to that. Like, it is the team with all the support from Flipkart's team and you, right? So under your mentorship, right? I have a lot of awards with your signature in it. So it is always motivating and supportive for us to grow in the e-commerce ecosystem. So Flipkart is always a family for us, right? In both professional and in personal way. It's an emotion, right? So thank you for inviting me, and we look forward for another 10 to another 20 to another 30 years of same kind of relationship in the future.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Madhu didn't invent a new product. He didn't raise funding. He didn't move to Bangalore or Mumbai. He just went back home with a vision and a unique plan to leverage his hometown's textile manufacturing ecosystem. And just like that, a city that exported to the world helped build a brand for India. I am Kapil Thirani. See you in the next episode with a new founder, a new story, and a new lesson.